Hey everybody, Jabman025 here. Today I'm taking a look at only my second resin kit ever, Belldandy from the series Oh My Goddess. It's always been a personal favorite series of mine, manga/anime. The manga had been running for a very long time, and I really wanted to do a second resin figure, the first being Gundam Girl. Wanted to give it a shot on a second kit. This is Belldandy in a swimsuit. Figured I'd give it a shot. I found it cheap. Why not? Now, it's a resin figure, which means, first and foremost, you have a lot of cleaning to do. There's always a little bit of leftover resin casting to clean up, filing, sanding, lots of work to do. Truthfully, this is an excellent cast. I got it from E2046, and I didn't have a whole lot of cleaning to do. Prime the whole thing in white. I learned that mistake from the last time. Use a white primer. And hand paint the whole darn thing. From top to bottom, it's all hand painting. Everything you see in this kit is hand painting. Now, so far it's fairly simple. Pair of legs, torso. That's about it. I am using some steel rods to connect the base, which I bought separate, and the figure itself. I eventually had to glue it down because it did get a little heavy once you add on the hair and the head. I also have little metal pins connecting the arms and the legs to the torso, because these are some fairly big pieces. We also have a little bit of painting on the arms in terms of bracelets, and actually some rings on the finger. We actually have a silver ring that Belldandy received as a gift in one of the episodes of the anime/manga, and I thought that was kind of neat. They actually put the detail in there. Now at this point we have a headless figure, which is exceedingly creepy. Now comes the tough part. The main body was basically a torso, 2 hands, 2 legs, 2 arms. The head is one piece there, and the hair is all of these pieces here. Lots and lots of work to do here. Lots of cleaning, lots of detailing work, just a ton of work on the hair. There's more pieces to the hair than the rest of the kit combined, let's put it that way. So, a lot of work here. And the problem is, they don't really give you any directions on resin figures. Most of the time it's just, you gotta wing it. I was able to figure out most of it, but some of it is just fly by the seat of my pants, figure it out as I go. Especially the ponytail there. Because you can see all sorts of different hair going every which direction. There was a couple of cracks here. Little modeling clay put in there. Clean that up once you paint over it, no one will ever know the difference. Painting the face was exceedingly difficult, especially the eyes and the little markings on her face. Just lots and lots of detail work here. If you're a person who doesn't like to do painting, you'll never want to do a resin figure kit, because you got to paint just about everything. Now it's got a little plug in the bottom of the neck, which connects right up to the top there. And yeah, that's still kind of creepy looking. It doesn't really look like Belldandy at all. But that's what the hair is for. First off, little paint. Just show you how much paint I used. 3 different colors of brown for the hair, because truthfully no one's hair is exactly one color. It's a little mesh of a bunch of different things. Not a huge variant, just a little bit of different shades of brown here and there. Flesh color is Citadel paints, Elf Flesh and Dwarf Flesh. Dwarf Flesh just is for a little bit of highlighting. I barely used any on this kit. Belldandy is not an elf, but she is a goddess, so kind of in the same ballpark. So pretty much elf flesh top to bottom with a tiny bit of highlighting. Tried to give her a little bit of a blush and it didn't really work. So, oh well. For the eyes, some gloss white, some flat white, some black. And that flat white was also used on the swimsuit itself. For the mouth, custom color, pink and a red. It kind of gets you a flesh color. For the markings on the face and for the eyes is also a custom color, just some blue mixed with white. I used glossy there to try and get that reflective effect, and a tiny bit of white in there. And once we add on all the hair, there we go. Now this looks like Belldandy. Really adding the bangs and that funky antennae up top. Really, okay, now this looks like the character. The ponytail on the back. This kit does become very side heavy with all that hair. So that's why I ended up having to glue it to the base as opposed to just using a steel rod. Still looks good though. Still turned out pretty good. I'm fairly impressed with the final product. For a little size comparison, next to the RX78-2 version 2.0, you can see this is fairly big. This is about just short of a foot tall. This is, according to the instructions, was a 1/7 scale kit, so pretty big kit. Final thoughts. I think I did a pretty good job on this. I consider myself an amateur in terms of resin figure kits. This is only my second one I've ever done. I'm a decent painter, I'm not great. This turned out alright. I have seen people do resin figure kits that put my stuff to shame, but I'm happy with it turned out. If you want to try some resin figure kits, they aren't that expensive, but like I said, they require a lot of work. They're fun, but realize once you finish building it, it's essentially a statue. It stands there and looks pretty. That's about it. Well, guys, what do you think? Leave me a comment down below. What do you think of the final product? How do you think I did? If you got any questions, ask them. I'll answer them as best I can. And please stay tuned for more reviews. We're going back to Gundam for the next review, so stay tuned for that. Thanks again, guys, and I'll see you next time. Oh, and one more thing. Hey, sexy lady. Oppa Gundam style? What do you mean it's not Gundam style?